Hi Bull Run Eagles, it's SOL time again, and I have some important reminders for you. This is information that hopefully your teachers have already discussed with you or will be discussing with you today, but I want to echo these very important things about SOLs. First of all, electronic devices. None of us, even the teachers, cannot have any electronic device in the testing site. This includes anything with a battery. This means things like your phone, your iPhone, your iPad, your iPod, your Fitbit, your Apple Watch, e-readers, Nooks, anything that's an electronic device cannot go into the testing site. Again, this is a rule that applies to us teachers as well, but we all have to be very, very careful about not having any electronic devices in our site. So make sure that those go into your locker or they're secured somewhere else before your testing session begins. Also, the only thing that you can actually take into the testing site, except for yourself, is a hard, regular, old-fashioned book. If you want to be able to read when you are finished with your test, you may take in a book, but it must be underneath your desk or underneath your chair, away from the area where you'll be working. Your teachers actually may collect the books and put them on the desk, or they may allow you to keep them, but under no circumstances can they be out while you are testing. They are for when you are finished with testing. There is no food or drink in any of the testing sites. If your teachers want you to have a snack before or afterwards, that's fine, but there's no food or drink, even water, that's coming into the testing site. We want to make sure that our computers don't get any water or anything sticky on them, but you're only in the site for less than 2 hours, so you should be fine with food and not having any food or drink for that short period of time. If there's an emergency and you need a drink of water, we can arrange for you to have an escort during your test, so you could have a drink of water. But again, no food, no drink coming into the testing sessions. It would be most efficient if before you come down for your testing site, if you go ahead and do your locker, bathroom, get a drink, do all of that before the testing site. We are on a tight schedule, so we don't want to start our testing session and then have lots of kids need to use the restroom. We are only allowed to use the restrooms one person at a time. Same thing for drinks once we start testing. So it's best to get all of those kind of things out of the way before you come down for testing. The other thing is, once we are in the testing session and our testing session has started, that means once materials or test tickets have been distributed, we are in a testing session. This means that you can't talk to anyone except the adult in the room. If you are laughing, giggling, making faces, whispering, chatting with your neighbors, it can be construed as cheating. Even if you are not talking about the SOL, if you are looking at someone else's screen or you're chatting about something, it could mean that you would have a 0 on your SOL. So just make sure that you are not communicating or talking with anyone in the room other than the adult. If you have any question, it's best to just raise your hand and be safe and sorry. But please do not ask your friends or your other people in the testing site any questions or anything. Make sure you're only communicating with the adult in the room. If you have any questions about testing, please ask your teachers. You can always come see me in Signet. You can always email me. But we want to make sure that we have, a great testing season with no irregularities and no one, making any mistakes, myself included. We just want to make sure everything goes as smoothly as possible. Okay?